Hello, welcome to The World Today on CGTN, live from Beijing. I'm Pan Dong. We start in the Chinese capital. The State Council Information Office is holding a press conference on making China a leading country in culture and promoting the high-quality development of cultural and tourism industries. Now let's cross live to the press conference in Beijing.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the press conference of the State Council Information Office. Now we are holding a serious press conference. Now we are delighted to have the Ministry of Culture and Tourism to brief you on the topic of accelerating the building of a leading country in culture and promoting high-quality development of culture and tourism, and take your questions. Presenting today's press conference are Vice Minister Lu Yingchuan of Culture and Tourism, Vice Minister Du Jiang of Culture and Tourism, Director General Chen Bingbing of Public Service Department of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, and Director General Gao Zheng of International Exchanges and Cooperation Department. Now let's give the floor to Vice Minister Lu. Friends from the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great pleasure to have a discussion on the topic of accelerating the building of a leading country in culture and tourism and promoting high-quality development of culture and tourism. Building a leading country in culture and promoting high-quality development of culture and tourism is a strategic decision made by the CBC Central Committee with Communist Xi Jinping at its core, and an arrangement made at the 20th National Congress of the CBC. Our ministry has earnestly implemented Xi Jinping thought and culture and faithfully implemented the arrangement at the 20th National Congress of the party and unveiled a series of targeted and effective measures and took a series of measures that lay a good foundation and have long-term effect. All this have secured progress in culture and tourism. First, we use culture to inspire our people, empower development, and boost cultural programs and cultural sectors. We increased guidance and support for stage art and artistic creation, implement a series of art creation programs for the new era, and organize activities such as the exhibitions of outstanding stage arts plays and the exhibition of fine arts. In the first 11 months of this year, the ministry hosted 27 exhibitions and performances, which attracted 900,000 offline visitors and more than 1.8 billion online viewers. A number of stage arts works with Chinese aesthetic style and distinctive features of the times, such as the dance drama Yingchuan and the cabaret, the Yue Opera, the New Dragon Gate Inn, and the National Opera, Daughter of the Party, are generally welcomed. We improved public cultural services in urban and rural areas, built a new type of public cultural space, developed digital public cultural services, and carried out innovative cultural programs to benefit the people, and held mass cultural activities such as village galas and square dance performances. In 2023, more than 20,000 village galas were held nationwide, with about 130 million participants. We improved policies on the cultural economy, carried out the strategy of leading major cultural industry programs, actively cultivated new forms and models of business, launched a series of activities to promote consumption, and carried out special campaigns to improve performance ticketing, script role-playing entertainment, and the cultural industry achieved rapid growth. In the first 3 quarters, 342,000 commercial performances were held nationwide, with box office revenue of 31.54 billion yuan and 111 million audience, up 121%, 84.2%, and 188.5% over the same period in 2019. Second, we uphold fundamental principles and break new grounds, stay confident and build strengths, to protect, inherit, and promote the 5 traditional Chinese culture. We carried out major programs such as exploration of the origins of the Chinese civilization and archaeology in China, strengthened the protection and the utilization of cultural relics and ancient books, carried out the fourth national survey of cultural relics, and implemented the plan for the protection of ancient Chinese books. General Secretary Xi Jinping inspected national archives of publications of culture and put forth important instructions to pursue cultural advancement in a prosperous time, which heightened our confidence and resolve to protect and use Asian books. We have innovated exhibitions and developed cultural and creative products to better meet the needs of the people. Museum and art galleries enjoy great popularity and becomes a social trend. We ensure systemic protection of intangible cultural heritage, promote the identification of the sixth group of representative inheritance of national intangible cultural heritage, and publicized 10 national cultural and ecological protection areas. We organized publicity exhibitions such as the International Museum Day and the Cultural and National Heritage Day, and held activities such as the tea culture. We actively promoted the application of the Beijing Central Axis and the Spring Festival as World Heritage Sites, increasing the number of China's World Heritage Sites to 57. Third, we are committed to use tourism to benefit the people so as to meet their aspiration for a better life. The General Office of the State Council issued a notice on measures to release the consumption potential of tourism and promote the high-quality development of tourism industry. Our ministry has unveiled a series of policy measures to enrich high-quality tourism products and develop mass, smart, green, civilized tourism, and foster a list for best tourism resources, and also stage some promotion activities for civilized tourism. We carried out implementation of the road tourism quality programs, and 8 villages were selected as the best tourism villages by the UN World Tourism Organization, becoming a typical case of rural revitalization empowered by culture and tourism. We promoted public tourism services, improved infrastructure such as restrooms and avenues, and introduced more measures to benefit the people. And China has carried out China Tourism Day, Travel to China Better Life, and other domestic promotion activities, and held exhibitions such as the China International Tourism Fair. We will promote the deeply integrated development of culture and tourism, expand integrated business forms such as intangible cultural heritage tourism, and build demonstration zones for integrated development of culture and tourism. Fourth, we stage our efforts in Chinese culture, promote civilizational mutual learning and exchanges. We work actively to implement the Global Civilization Initiative and take the lead in staging art performances in China Central Asia Summit and the 3rd BRF, and also host events for China Western Culture and Tourism Year. And we held the first Liangzhu Forum, the Silk Road Artist Revenue Exhibition, and the 50th anniversary performance of the Philadelphia Orchestra's visit to China were held. And President Xi Jinping also sent a congratulatory letter to the forum and replied letter to the artist presenting at the events. We established the Alliance for Cultural Heritage in Asia, held the 2023 WTA Xianghu Dialogue, and actively participated in international rules-making. We carried out the Cultural Silk Road Plan and held events such as the Happy Spring Festival and tea festivals to promote Chinese culture to the world. Travel agencies and online tourism companies across country will resume outbound group tours for Chinese citizens to 138 countries and carried out Ni Hao China national tourism image promotion activities to promote recovery and development of inbound and outbound tourism. In this new era, we are ready to take our new missions. We are ready to fully study and implement Xi Jinping thought and culture and implement the guiding principles of the 20th National Congress of the Party adhere to the general principle of seeking progress while maintaining stability, fully and faithfully implement the new development philosophy, and move faster to build a new development paradigm, and focus on high-quality development. Guided by socialist core values, we will focus on meeting people's cultural needs, continue to provide more fine literary and artistic works, and as well as quality cultural and tourism products to constantly enrich their supply, promote the in-depth integration of culture and tourism, expand the appeal and influence of Chinese culture, and work tirelessly to better shoulder the new mission of the new era, and strive to achieve more solid results. I want to take this opportunity to say a big thank you for our friends from the press for your interest in and support for culture and tourism. Now, I and my colleagues are ready to take your questions. Now the floor is open. And please identify your media affiliation. Xinhua News Agency report to the 20th CBC National Congress points out that we will encourage creation and production of more outstanding works that inspire the people. What measures has the ministry taken to this end?
I will answer this question. To measure the literary and artistic achievements of time, works are important. Our ministry has always valued strengthening the creation and production and rolling out more outstanding works and promoting the high-quality development in this regard. In recent years, around rolling out more stage art, outstanding works, we have taken serious measures. First, be committed to the guidance of plans. We have solidly implemented the 14th five-year plan for artistic creation, formulated the 2023 to 2025 action plan for stage art and fine art creation. By those action plans, to further strengthen guidance, make clear key tasks and objectives. This including new created plays and the revival of classic plays, and medium and small-sized plays, operas. We place more intention on plays, operas, dances, musics, and by this guidance, we have rolled out a batch of outstanding works. Second, improve mechanisms and strengthen relevant projects. We have implemented a series of artistic creation projects for the new era. And pay attention to important themes. Follow and guide through different means to stimulate and encourage the positivity of artistic creation. And for those weak links, we have provided targeted support. For example, we have implemented relevant plans of reviving classic works and provide support for scripts and classical works. By those targeted support, will strengthen and stimulate the originality level. For example, the Peking Opera, the Protagonist Opera, Mining Town Kunqu Opera, the Pinyin Pavilion, and other newly created or revived works. These are all being included into the action plan and receive wide acclaim. Third, strengthen safeguard measures and encourage the fund to play an important role National Art Fund has supported around 700 works, including different types of arts, and including different parts like training, exchanges. The National Art Fund has been established for 10 years, and in the past 10 years, we have funded over 700,000 projects. And for the Wenhua Award, another relevant award, over 80% projects are from this always support of the fund. And over 20 provinces have set up art funds or special funds for creation. Through these projects and funds, and they strongly boost the artistic and literary creation. Fourth, build communication and spread platforms. Good works are created and are spread by holding all kinds of exhibitions and performances to promote these works to better spread to local levels. We take this as an important direction and made good results. Besides, to improve the better development of arts and carry forward, inherited our cause, we have increased our efforts to cultivate talents, especially by cultivating talents in various fields, like writers, performers. We have stimulated and encouraged the vitality for creation through these measures. We have received good effect. And going forward, we'll continue to give a full play to these measures, implement these measures, and try to roll out more outstanding works and return classics to give more outstanding works to the ordinary people.
谢谢发言人。21世纪经济报道记者提问：今年以来，旅游业加快复苏，人们感慨旅游的火爆场面又回来了。请问，对于进一步释放旅游消费潜力，推动旅游业高质量发展，
what policies and measures will be taken to further unleash the potential of tourism consumption and promote the high-quality development on tourism?
Let me invite Vice Minister Du Jiang to answer this question. Now we can use a very heated market in tourism. So we can see number of domestic tourists reached 3.67 billion, and the revenue reached 3.7 trillion yuan, up by 75.5%. And people's demand were released and tourism trips increased significantly, and also led to the recovery of our economy. And going forward, the Ministry of Culture and Tourism will earnestly study and implement the principles of the Party's 20th National Congress and focus on 3 aspects to promote cultural and tourism consumption, improve the quality of life, and better meet people's needs. First, improve the policy environment and solve difficulties. In light of the new trends in tourism development, we will fully implement the measures on unlocking tourism consumption potential and promoting high-quality tourism development, and work from both the supply and demand sides to boost confidence in tourism investment and consumption. And we will promote the implementation of a domestic tourism promotion plan, enrich the supply of high-quality tourism products, improve tourism services, and strengthen travel safety and create tourist destinations with high quality. We will introduce another 3-year inbound tourism promotion plan to provide more high-quality tourism products and facilitation services for inbound tourists. Second, promote industrial integration and innovate product supply. We will further promote the integrated development of culture and tourism, enhance cultural taste, enrich cultural connotation, and foster more forms and models. And we will build small but smart new performing art spaces, innovate and upgrade music festivals, concerts, and other products, and promote sound development of new forms of business such as role-play entertainment and tourism performing arts, and promote integrated development of food, performances, sports, healthcare, and traditional Chinese medicine, so that people can experience culture and experience life and good health during traveling. Third, build platforms and bring more benefits to the people. We will develop a new group of national cultural and tourism consumption demonstration cities, national tourism resorts, 5A scenic spots, and national night cultural and tourism consumption clusters. We will guide local governments in creating new consumption scenarios and fostering new forms of business, and we will enrich our measures to benefit people and implement the 100 cities and 100 clusters action plan on financial support for culture and tourism consumption. We will continue to hold national activities to promote culture and tourism consumption and stimulate people's potential for culture and tourism consumption. Next question, please.
谢谢主持人。第一财经记者提问：今年以来，国内文化旅游市场加快复苏，大家的出行意愿
Since the beginning of this year, people have better needs for going traveling. What measures has the ministry taken to meet the strong demand of people for traveling?
This question will be answered by Mr. Du. This year, China's tourism market has entered a fast lane of recovery and development. Our ministry continues to improve the quality of tourism products, innovate the supply, strengthen the docking between supply and demand, stimulate the consumption potential, and continue to satisfy people's booming demand and diversify demand for travel, helping to expand domestic demand. First, strengthen the implementation of policies and plans to consolidate policy guarantees for quality supply. We've promoted the implementation of the 14th Five-Year Plan for Tourism Development, relevant measures and outlook. And we have issued the tourism development plan for northeastern region with relevant ministries and missions and other documents on strengthening the coordinated and innovative development of 5G plus smart tourism and financial support for the high-quality development of rural tourism. And we've promoted the sports, culture, and tourism belt between Beijing and Jiang. Second, improve the quality of tourism products and meet tourism demand with high-quality supply. We've improved the product systems of urban leisure and rural vacation and promoted the parallel development of sightseeing, tourism, and leisure vacation through brand creation, standard review, and pilot demonstration. At present, there are 14,900 A-class tourist attractions, more than 700 national and provincial tourist resorts, 243 national level 9 cultural and tourist consumption clusters, 142 national industrial tourism demonstration bases, and nearly 1,600 key villages and towns for rural tourism. And just now, Minister Lu mentioned 8 have been selected as best tourism villages by World Tourism Organization. At the same time, the pilot work for red tourism is also making solid progress. Third, innovate the supply of tourism products and create demand with new types of supply. We have actively developed camping tourism, snow and ice tourism, sports, marine, and other new types of tourism, and launched 7 national level ski resorts, 13 national sports tourism demonstration bases, and 24 pilot new space for intelligent tourism and immersive experience, and 40 tourism performance projects. We've connected tourism products nationwide, launched 10 national tourism routes themed on the Yangtze River, 10 high-quality self-driving tourism routes, more than 400 tourism routes with different themes like villages, Li Bai, and tea culture. We released 46 examples of integrating transport and tourism with the Ministry of Transport and other 6 departments to promote the development of new business models in this domain. Thank you. Last December, General Secretary Xi Jinping gave important instructions on the protection of intangible cultural heritages, emphasizing we should make solid progress in systematically protecting these heritages. What outcomes have been produced so far in China, and what to do in the future? Thank you for your question, and thank you for your care. The CPC Central Committee attaches great importance to the protection of and made a series of decisions and deployments and rolled out a series of policies and measures. I will report our progress now. Up to now, there are more than 100,000 representative items in China, 1,557 at national level. We have more than 90,000 representative inheritors, 3,056 at national level. We have 43 items being included in UNESCO's list, contributing to the world's cultural diversity. And in this regard, with the importance attached by the CPC Central Committee and the support of serious policies, we have made remarkable progress. First, the system has been fully established, no matter the projects or inheritors. The system of certification assessment and the list have been fully established, effectively and strongly boost the inheritance and protection of intangible cultural heritages. Second, the channels have been expanded. We don't only have projects, inheritors, we also have relevant centers, workshops, and cultural protection zones, demonstration bases. We use many ways to protect these heritages. For example, the workshops. We have over 6,700 now nationwide, and covering key counties and villages play an important role. For example, the cultural ecological protection zones, we have already had 23, and the demonstration bases, we have 100. Through expanding the means, we have effectively boost the protection and inheritance. Besides, innovation has been active. The relevant market is very active, diverse. Market inheritance is the most important inheritance. Through developing new products, we have boosted the inheritance of heritages and let consumers get closer to these heritages. Fourth, the publicity has been carried out extensively. For example, some festivals, events have been held to strengthen the recognition of all parties of intangible cultural heritages and stimulate the enthusiasm from all parties. Like the program produced by CCTV has received warm response and strongly enhancing the protection and inheritance of intangible cultural heritages going forward. We'll continue to implement these important measures according to the requirements of systematic protection within the regulations and policies, within the research, talent team, publicity system, digital protection. In these aspects, will make more efforts to protect and inherit intangible cultural heritages and build a strong country with a strong culture and make our due contributions. Thank you. Next question.
谢谢发言人。凤凰卫视记者提问，那想请问文化和旅游部在践行全球文明倡议、推动中华文化走出去方面做了哪些工作
What has the ministry done to implement the Global Civilization Initiative and promote Chinese culture internationally? What are your considerations for future work?
Thank you for your question. General Secretary Xi Jinping put forth the Global Civilization Initiative, which has been warmly welcomed by many countries. Culture and tourism with other countries is an important aspect for implementing this initiative. And our ministry has carried out work in three aspects. First, promoting inter-civilizational dialogue and build up international consensus. We have staged performances at the China Central Asia Summit and the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation and the Silk Road Artists Rendezvous and a cultural salon between Chinese and Arab artists. We have held the opening ceremony of the China-Span Year of Culture and Tourism, the exhibition Heritage of Chinese Qin and Han Civilization, and the exhibition of drawing and paintings in Song Dynasty. We have held the first Liangzhu Forum and held Chinese stories lectures in more than 40 countries and invited scholars from over 40 countries to China for study and research. And we signed a joint statement between our ministry and the Secretariat of Arab League in implementing the Global Civilization Initiative. Second, we create cultural symbols and demonstrate the charm of culture. In 2023, celebrating Spring Festival event, we held nearly 500 times in covering about 20 million people, and about 5 million people have reached out network and TV programs. And we have presented the mascot Lucky Rabbit, which enjoyed great popularity. And we have held tea culture festivals in 47 countries to tell the cultural, technical, and industry stories of Chinese tea. And we have held trade promotion activities so that Chinese ceramic instruments and performances and other services can be brought into the international market. Third, deepen art cooperation and bring people closer. In the beginning of this year, we have held 2 concerts titled Echoes of Ancient Town Poems in the United States, and 15 young singers from 10 countries, together with Philadelphia orchestras, performed the classic town poems in Chinese, combining Chinese elements with international expression. In November, we invited Philadelphia Orchestra to China in commemoration of the 50th anniversary of its visit to China, and together with artists from other countries to perform classical town poems. And we have held the concert tour titled Melody of the Orient in many countries, and artists from many European countries like Belgium are echoing and singing for the Chinese spirit in a new era. And in cooperation with the Egyptian Tourism Department, the two countries have held a concert at the Giza Pyramids in Cairo to promote people-to-people exchanges. Going forward, our ministry will make every effort to implement the Global Civilization Initiative and strengthen cooperation with UNESCO, and the World Tourism Organization will provide more and better public goods to the international community, implement the Cultural Silk Road program, and carry out training, seminars, and joint creative projects. We will strengthen Sino-foreign tourism cooperation, improve inbound tourism facilitation, and stage the China national tourism image promotion activities so that more foreign visitors can come to China to experience the charm of the Chinese culture and consolidate the public support for the Global Civilization Initiative. Thank you. Next question, please.
谢谢主持人。香港紫金杂志记者提问：公共文化服务是人民群众对美好生活向往的重要方面。
Public culture service is an important aspect for meeting people's needs for a better life. What has the ministry done to build a modern system of public culture services?
This question will be answered by Mr. Chen. Thank you for your question. The report to the 20th Party Congress emphasized the need to improve the modern public cultural service system and implement cultural projects for the benefit of the people. This year, we've been implementing the spirits of the 20th Party Congress, adhering to the people-centered approach and the theme of high-quality development, and striving to provide people with higher quality, more efficient, and more sustainable public cultural services. First, promote the construction of both urban and rural public cultural services systems. We've promoted standardization and equalization, implemented national standards for basic public services, and strive to construct county-level cultural centers and libraries. The number has exceeded 100,000. Apart from traditional cultural centers, we have also new cultural space. For example, those in Zhejiang Province and Guangdong Province. Those new spaces are well designed and good-looking. They are flexible, and the number has exceeded 33,500. They have become a cultural living room for people. We have held Publicity Week of cultural activities. And together with the Publicity Department of the City Central Committee and the National Development and Reform Commission, we've jointly announced 51 typical cases of high-quality development of local public cultural services. Second, carry out extensive cultural activities with the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs and the National Rural Revitalization Bureau. We held the Year of Cultural Activities in Rural Areas, held 12 main events and 80 demonstration events nationwide. The Village Gala has been upgraded from a holiday event to a regular event. We organized, for example, the National Square Dance Conference, which has attracted the most Chinese people. The number is more than 110 million. And we have held performances and held the night of square dance in Guiyang. And with more than 110 million participants, both online and offline. We launched the national tour for ordinary people's outstanding cultural and artistic works, an activity about Chinese folk arts and culture. People have become the protagonists of cultural activities, with more than 460,000 registered teams nationwide, and the number is keep increasing. Third, innovate the institutions and mechanisms for public cultural services. We've been actively building an open and sharing paradigm and supporting the participation of social forces. We also carried out the Spring Rain project with the National Ethnic Affairs Commission, rolled out 364 voluntary projects. Many tourism resources have flowed to the frontier and ethnic regions. We have implemented the cultural digitization strategy, coordinated the national smart library system and public culture cloud. We've implemented a protection plan and working guidelines about ancient Chinese books, formulated a plan for talent cultivation in this area, and strengthened the revitalization and utilization of ancient books. Going forward, we'll continue to improve the top-level institutional design of public cultural services, promote extensive mass cultural activities, and lay a good foundation for enhancing people's spiritual life.
谢谢主持人。经济日报记者提问：我们都知道，党中央、国务院非常重视优化营商环境。我们想请问，文旅部在优化营商环境、维护市场治理方面做了哪些工作？
promoting the business environment. We want to know what your ministry has done in this regard.
谢谢你对文化和旅游营商环境和市场秩序的关注。
Thank you for your interest in the business environment, and it's also an issue of interest of many parties and concerns the interests of market entities and consumers. In recent years, our ministry has earnestly implemented the decisions of the CPC Central Committee and State Council. We have constantly relaxed market access and innovated ways of regulation and built a market-oriented, law-based, and world-class business environment and facilitate high-quality development of the sector. First, relax the market access threshold and release policy dividends. We have fully implemented the negative list system for market access and a fair competition review system, and delegated a number of items for administrative review and approval. To shorten the time limit for review and approval, we promoted the reform of tourism service quality deposit to implement the reform of the notification commitment system for the establishment of travel agencies in free trade zones and other places, and promote the application of electric certificates in the cultural and tourism markets. We have used online platforms for administrative approval, promote the handling of high-frequency items at fingertips, so as to make things more convenient and service better. Second, explored and formulate inclusive and prudent policies for new business forms and boost confidence in market development. You may have noted there are a large number of new forms of business, and we have unveiled inclusive prudential regulatory policies for new formats such as script role-play, entertainment, and esports hotels, formulate regulatory methods suitable for the characteristics of the industry, set up a policy transition period, and create inclusive and stable, predictable environment to leave enough space for developing new formats. And we actively optimized and improved development policies, support the development of new business forms such as performance spaces, immersive performances, online performances, and tourist homestays, and encourage the creation of new consumption scenes and expand new consumption spaces. Third, we have made innovations in accurate and effective regulation and continuously improve its effectiveness. We adhere to law-based administration, formulated and revised policies and regulations on business performances, cultural entertainment, and online tourism management, introduced regulations on credit management in the cultural and tourism markets, and constantly improve policies and regulations, actively innovate accurate and effective management systems such as content source management and a list of prohibited cultural products to improve the efficiency of our supervision. At the same time, we attach great importance to the order of cultural and tourism market, respond to the demands of the mass in a timely manner, and deal with a number of cultural and tourism market problems, organized and carried out a series of law enforcement actions to maintain the order of this market. First, deployed a series of special campaigns to strengthen law enforcement and regulation. In response to the rapid recovery and development of the market, we planned a series of law enforcement campaigns to advance for key problems such as ticketing in the performance market, forced shopping in the tourism market, Since the beginning of this year, we have successfully deployed and carried out special campaigns to address script role-playing entertainment, special ratification of commercial performance ticketing, and the 100-day action of tourism market. According to statistics, in the first 11 months of this year, the National Cultural Market Comprehensive Law Enforcement Agencies dispatched 9.988 million law enforcement personnel, inspected 3.348 million times, and handled 41,000 cases to effectively maintain the order of this market. Second, urged the investigation and accountability of key cases in accordance with law to form effective deterrent. We supervised the cases of e-commerce platforms providing conditions for scalping performances, commercial performances, arts and exhibitions containing illegal contents, and organizing minors to participate in performance activities that damage physical and mental health. And in response to illegal business activities, we have deployed centralized cases investigation in tourist market and guide relevant regions to investigate and handle a number of major cases in accordance with the law. Since the beginning of this year, under the guidance of our ministry, local culture and tourism departments have strictly investigated and dealt with a number of typical administrative law enforcement cases in the culture and tourism market, such as the violation of the content of the talk show in Beijing and the case of Guangdong Farewell not performing its obligation to form, and the number of forced shopping in tourism markets. Going forward, our ministry will continue to strengthen comprehensive law enforcement and regulation to deal with strictly such violations of laws and regulations to further maintain the order of market of tourism and culture. Last question, please.
中新社记者提问：党的20条报告明确提出
要实施国家文化数字化战略。mentioned that we will implement a national cultural digitalization strategy. What the ministry will do in the future and what the next steps?
谢谢您的提问。
Thank you for your question. I will answer this question.
实施国家文化数字化战略
Implementing the national cultural digitization strategy is an important strategy proposed by the CPC Central Committee. It's important to build a country with a strong culture, promote cultural self-confidence and self-improvement, promote high-quality development, and enhance the national cultural soft power and influence of the Chinese culture. We have earnestly implemented the requirements of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council, followed. And on the implementation, we have taken several important measures. First, accelerate the digitization of cultural resources and promote the development and transformation of these resources, including antiques, ancient books, and other artistic works. For example, like you are familiar with the 860 collections in the Palace Museum. And now 900,000 have been digitalized, accounting for 48%. And 49% in the National Museum, like the National Gallery. The quota is 76.9%. And like the National Library, the ancient books are about 3.17 million yuan. And the quota is about 19.3%. Through digitalizing the resources to promote the development and transformation and lay a solid foundation. And therefore, second, promote the application of digital technology and cultivate new business types, like in stage art. we have promoted the online plus offline performances. In actively promoting offline performances, we have actively promoted streaming to make it more networked and digital, to create the second theater. You may be familiar with like the National Beijing Opera Theater, like the Dragon and Phoenix have been performed for 3 years, like the Yingchuan and the stage art digital product, the hero times, the literature and art in the war of aggression. These works have been digitalized and be spread. Like the performances during the festival, Spring Festival, have been performed online. This achieved good effects. We have promoted the immersive experience projects and cultivate new business models which have achieved good results. Second, strengthen digital content supply and enhance the capacity for public cultural services, promote the construction of a national smart library system and public culture cloud. Apart from the national public culture cloud, we have 20 local culture clouds. The total resources have reached more than 1,500 TB. This has played an important role in promoting the popularization of art for all. Third, use digitization to help improve the publicity of culture and art and tourism development. Like we've actively promoted the online travel and online exhibition, like the digitalized Dunhuang Cave, digital travel in Dunhuang, and the digital Palace Museum. These projects have received a warm response from the society. In implementing the national digitization strategy, this have brought good effects. And going forward, we will continue to make efforts on these 4 fronts. First, strengthen the capacity building of digital cultural originality, accelerate the digitization of resources, strengthen the development of digital products, continue to increase the supply of digital content, continue to support the application and promotion of digital technology in fields like cultural and artistic protection and creation, public cultural services, cultural heritage protection and inheritance, and tourism development, so as to stimulate and cultivate new cultural businesses through digitization, to create new products and new models, to better meet people's demands. And in terms of regulation, actively build a system of policies and regulations compatible with the development of digital culture on market access, market supervision, protection, certification, IP protection, etc. To guarantee the implementation of national cultural digitization strategy to guide the benign development of digital culture. And through the implementation of the strategy, it will definitely boost the continuous upgrading of arts, literature, and tourism, and contribute to the high-quality development.